Hello, college students. Let's just say that last night was, quite college. Maybe a little too much leading to a little bit of Let's get this party started. Ew. I spilled tea on the... Yeah! Last night this apartment was home to a party for friends of friends. So I have one of those lovely nights where you kind of sit in a corner feeling a little bit awkward because you don't really know the people who are putting their feet on your coffee table. And funny enough, this awkward feeling really lined up with some of the comments I got on last week's video. One commenter writes, "Advice on social anxiety making school/college a complete bitch? I can't be the only one." You are not. Call it an oxymoron, but it is an extremely universal experience to feel totally alone. I too get really anxious sometimes meeting people, talking to people, and trying to make friends, and I have spent more than one Friday night alone in my room. So today I'm going to give you some tips for getting out and meeting people. Number one, practice. I know this sounds completely nutso, and that's totally fine. Bear with me here. Look in the mirror and practice talking to someone. Hey, I'm Hayley. I make videos on the internet and talk about my life. What do you like to do? Let's talk about it. Hi, I'm Hayley. I like to read books. Do you like to read books? Let's read books together. Hi, I'm Hayley. I noticed that you sit next to me and you breathe. I also sit in this room and I also breathe, so let's hang out. Now the trick is just to apply this to a real life situation. Some people are going to reject you. Some people are going to look at you like you're a complete freak, but you know what? Maybe one of the people you approach is also a complete freak. Tip number two, go where your people are. No matter what the size of your university, chances are there is a club that suits your interests. A lot of schools put lists of their clubs on their website. They might have pamphlets lying around campus. They might have a fair at the beginning of the semester, or maybe you have to look on Craigslist, but I guarantee there are organizations. Tip three, classroom small talk. If you're a freshman or sophomore and you have to take a lot of gen ed classes, chances are the other people in the room are there for the same reason. Maybe you're taking biology and the idea of biology makes you want to jump off a cliff. Look to your left, look to your right. Maybe someone around you is a biology major and they can help you with your homework, or maybe someone next to you also gets grossed out by the idea of plants. You'll never know unless you make classroom small talk. How do you do that? The teacher puts up a PowerPoint. Lean to the person next to you and say, "Why are their PowerPoints always so hard to read?" Maybe the teacher has a catchphrase, as some often do. Lean over to the person next to you and say, "What, did they practice this before class?" Lean to the person next to you and say, "Wow, that girl in front of us has pretty hair." Then tell the girl in front of you she has pretty hair. 2 new friends. And finally, tip number 5 or 4 or 3, frankly, I have no idea, is go online if you have to. If you have to work on a group project with someone in class, remember their name and look them up on Facebook. I promise they won't think it's as creepy as you think it is. You'd be shocked. Sometimes people who don't seem anything like you at all will have in their interest section on Facebook every movie you've ever liked. And then what do? You leave a comment and say something like, "Hey, I don't mean to be a stalker, but haha, I noticed we like all the same things. That's so awesome. How are you?" Friends. Anyway, I know I'm completely oversimplifying this, and some people have actual anxiety disorders that make these tips completely invalid. But for people who are just a little bit shy or have difficulty getting out there, I wanted to try and give you a little bit of a push. And now my camera battery is dying and my tea is out and cold and my head hurts like hell. So if you have comments or tips or questions or whatever for next week, leave them in the comments below, and damn, bye guys.